So we want to build these applications. Currently, they are still built with the help of data scientists who understand business objects. Yesterday, cloud for analytics. By the way, tomorrow I don't know, honestly. I really don't know what it is tomorrow. And so you need experts. We want to move this to, we only need domain experts. So please show us what you think we can do by building these collaborative workspaces using next generation technology.
Thank you, Hasso. So we heard a lot about the power of machine intelligence. But you know, at some point, there's always a handover to humans. So we created a knowledge workspace that empowers people to solve problems and make decisions in the digital enterprise. Let's check it out on a smart board. So we'll jump into a scenario we have from automotive. But just to be clear, we know this works for your industry as well. We're already working with customers from 4 different industries, and some of them are even here in the audience. So let's jump to the scenario. Ben, what do we have?
So in this use case, I'm an after-sales supervisor. In the air conditioning units of our connected cars, there is an error from one component. Our SAP predictive maintenance system is bringing up an alert that those errors could cause the entire AC to fail. So this is machine intelligence handing over to human intelligence. So I want to know, why did that happen? Where did it happen? And how can we make sure the ACs won't fail?
All right, so we're dealing with an unforeseen situation right here. And we don't have a standard transaction at hand to walk us through the process. So now you might expect us probably to log into 5 different systems and get the data out, send emails to 10 different people. We'll create spreadsheets and we'll send them around. And finally, we'll make the decision somewhere in the 24th reply of such an email trail. Instead, Ben, can you show us how we can do this differently?
Sure. So first, I want to have a look to the incidents. And now I can check what is the affected car and what is the affected component. As I've done that, I can look into the specifications. So let's bring up the specification of that premium model, which is affected, and as well, bring in the component that is sending the error messages. From here, I want to jump into the warehouse system. So I can just bring it up. And as I want to understand the full situation, and we're talking about air conditioning systems, I as well want to bring up some weather information.
All right. So we just brought in sensor data, ERP data, warehouse system data, and even external weather data seamlessly. We can bring in any data from the connected systems on the fly. No multiple screens and no transaction codes. But I want to understand that situation in a bit more detail. So let's talk about these tools. So we can select from an open set of tools that create different perspectives and insights. So Ben, can you bring up a map here? All right. So can we see these incidents on that map? Yes, we can. So obviously our problem is located in Spain. So now Ben, can you bring up the current weather for Spain? All right. So there seems to be a heat wave going on. So now can you even correlate that external weather data with the occurrence of these incidents so that we can understand whether the components may fail due to the hot weather? All right, we can. So we can get different visualization just as we need it. All right. So now, what is the next step?
So actually, I don't know. I'm not an expert in that car and that material. So I think we should add the right people.
Okay, so who do we need?
So let's have a look. Let's bring in, as the first person, Martin. Martin, he's the lead engineer of the premium car, and we need his expertise to deal with the situation. Then we should bring in the component supplier, as they can help us to better understand what really just happened. Finally, we should add Gabi from communications, as we don't know where this will be going, but we better be prepared.
All right, so what is happening? By dragging these people on our participant area right here, we make them active participants of this board. So they can interact with this canvas and with this data in the same way as we are doing here. They can add own data, they can add own tools, they can bring in their expertise and their intelligence. So this is not screen sharing, this is seamless collaboration. All right, so what's the next step?
So the component supplier will tell us that those incidents are based on a bad batch that was created for that material. So I would suggest we should call in those cars and replace the goods before the air system will break.
Okay.
So let's make a decision right here. I bring up a decision tool, and can you please ask
Sure,
to
let me help
bring in
you.
the cars? And I can get the approval from all the involved people that are in this activity here. So let's approve. So decision made.
Are we done?
No, actually we're not done. We need to act on that. So let's bring in an assigned task tool. We should start with customer service. So customer service should reach out to the vehicle owners and inform them about the situation.
Okay.
Then we should ask the component supplier to immediately send the replacement parts to the nearest repair shop.
Good.
And finally, I, for myself, I should make the order. And I can easily do that. I can easily do that by just from here jumping to S/4HANA to place the order.
All right. So we even jump into S/4HANA. Great. So let's step back and zoom out 1 second. So what we just did is we walked through an entire incident resolution. We brought in the relevant data to understand the problem. We brought in the right people and collaborated how we can solve this. We even took the decision and acted on it. Everything in one space and everything on the fly. And you know what's the best part? We can persist, or you can persist, all these actions and decisions. So actually you are creating a knowledge base, a collection of best practices on how your company solves problems. Okay, once again, this is not a predefined transaction. With HANA, we moved beyond predefined data aggregates. With this workspace, we can move beyond predefined user interfaces. We empower people to do what they need when they need it. This is true live business. All right, so final disclaimer. This is a prototype. It's not yet a product. We're working on it. It runs on SAP HANA Cloud Platform that makes all this seamless data integration possible. We're currently in validation phase. So if you want to co-innovate with us, we're over there at the Digital Enterprise Platform area. It's booth number 421. So talk to us. We just cannot wait to see what you will do with this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. This is when you really make us angry, that our user interface sucks. It took some time to accelerate an 85,000 people company and get marching. But we have shown over the last 44 years, once we are not standstill anymore, when we're in second gear, third gear, fourth gear, remember the song Little Honda by the Beach Boys? Oh, too long ago. This is when we are rocking. I believe this is the future for workspaces. This is how knowledgeable people, domain knowledge people, different ones come together and create meaningful collaboration. On the fly, then persist it, change it, persist it again, not one, not two, 20, 100 probably in a company. The days of the single clerk working on the same task, but 1,000 of those a day, are most likely replaced by machine learning and automation. This is the future, where we can show what we can do, the speed we have, the simplification we have, the standardization that all these tiles can talk to each other. 10 years ago, we started Drag and Relate, and everybody said, great idea, but we didn't have the speed and the tools, so it was a little bit slow and actually not that exciting. But the principle is Drag and Relate on pre-existing applications, or you write new applications. You need a world-class analytics tool. You need a system which is on top transactional data and analytical data, or the analytics system and the transactional system can be accessed whether there are one or two systems, because for the HANA cloud platform, it doesn't matter. For HANA, it doesn't matter whether it goes right or left or it goes even outside the company. If we have the weather as an integral feature of future applications, fine, then it is part of the HANA cloud platform. The data is ready and updated every day. That is the future. There are other things in the future to do the same using voice. This is already available on the phones we have. Many people are using Siri and others. There's no reason not to use Siri in business, mainly when you are alone or can walk a little bit away. Otherwise, we would all sit here and Siri. Might happen in the future. And we have headphones on that we are alone again. The expansion of the SAP enterprise systems will now accelerate by probably an order of magnitude. We have done our homework. We have shown that the new architecture is reliable, that it's achievable, that's affordable, and now we storm ahead. And we welcome the co-innovators, we welcome the ones who trust us again and put the life of your company on our next generation software for the next 10 to 20 years. Thank you very much.